I would say we can use mine, but I don't know how.
Okay, looks like we are on. Yep, I hear the
Oh,
notification. Yay. Oh boy,
miracles can happen.
miracles can happen. Hallelujahs. It's going to take a while for people to trickle in, but we
Yep.
get through it. Okay. Um, I was actually working on a different project, which is why I took everything down. But now I can actually put everything back up there.
Well, I don't
And
have anything up because I just don't. But you want to see what I just did all this whole time while we were waiting? Check out my giant ball of dust.
oh my gosh.
That was inside my bottom area that I have, not cleaned in forever. So clean your machines, people.
Oh, gross.
We were wondering why my machine was not working up to par. There's why.
You know what, though? I've seen people actually do some creative stuff with that type of lint, and it's so gross, but it's actually pretty creative. I mean, there was one lady who actually used it as stuffing, and she had so much of it. She
Oh my
took,
gosh, you got to use some kind of really linty thread though to have that.
yeah. Well, she used
Like,
the lint thread from her machine, plus she used the lint that came out of her dryer and everything else.
oh
And it was
yeah.
like the grossest thing in the world. But I gotta say, it was kind of creative. All right, guys, we are getting a little bit of a late start because of the fact that I was having internet problems. And right now, I'm also having camera problems. That's why you see the rainbow colors coming up. But we make it through and we make it work. So we are here again on another Saturday. And of course, you guys know that we are working on the Butterfly 2 version or edition 2 pattern of the Tula Pink Butterfly. And I'm being joined here again by my quilting bestie, Miss Tiffany of Tiffany's Quilting Life.
Oh,
And we see people are trickling in. And you see that both of us have nothing on our design walls because we've been busy working on other stuff. So let
yeah.
me, it's all white. So I'm going to be putting all the blocks back up so that I have some color behind me. And I do apologize for this weird camera angle because I've been kind of moving stuff around.
Well, today my quilt will get finished. I saved the last for last.
Yay.
So I'm just gonna lollygag around, and pretend I'm doing something, but I'm really not because I just have like one, two, three, four seams, and my quilt top will be done.
Nice. Well, guess what I've been busy doing?
Making more blocks, catching up with me.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And
good.
I created something. This
What'd you
is my
create?
charcuterie board of half square triangles.
That's funny.
And I think I got all 130 whatever they were supposed to make, but I stopped making them, and I'm probably gonna have to make more because I didn't follow the chart as to how much you're supposed to get of each color. So,
Yeah, well, I had to make extra anyway for mine so that the colors landed where I wanted to. So I think you're good.
what I also noticed is that the instructions have you oversize it a little too big by almost half an inch.
Yeah, it was pretty big half square triangles. When I
Yeah.
remade mine, I just made them with the smaller size.
Yeah. So I kind of redid it. Um, and just made it with well, I cut all the squares out and then I didn't think about it, but then I realized as I was squaring them up, it's like, wait a minute, this is a half an inch too big. So live and you learn, and I'll probably make I don't know, I have to use up those squares somehow.
That's okay. You can just make another quilt or a wall hanging or
Well,
something.
I could. I could. So let's see who is checking in. We got people trickling in. So hello, Miss Gloria. Good evening, good evening. Don Stewart is here. Kim Burris is here. Hello, Kim. Polly O'Loughlin. Hello, Polly. Becky Spencer's here. Pat Kinsey Taylor is here. Pamela Ebel. Wind Sprinter. Haven't seen you in a while. Hello, hello. Kat F is here. Donna Hoskins is saying hey, hey, hey. Christy Smith is saying hello. Jeannie Whalen is here. Don Stewart, hello, hello again. Um, Joyce is here. Linda Faust is here. Hope you're staying cool. And Marilyn Indica, hello, hello. I hope you pronounced your last name correctly. Christy Smith is here. All righty. So, as
Hi,
people are
everybody.
trickling in,
I'll say it out loud now that you're done.
okay. Well, you know what? There's a lot of blocks that I got done, but I still need to make the body and the wheel.
Well, right now I'm clipping my body thing to the main part because there's a couple seams to nest when you put it together. Just so that it lands where it's supposed to land. So look, clips. Woohoo! I actually clipped something. It's not that much of a miracle.
Okay, flying geese units. Um, how many do we have to make? We have to
Yeah, but it goes in an order if you want yours
make
to be in order.
make two. Okay. Oh, two blocks. Two blocks of what
Oh,
is
you're
it?
making those things.
One, two, three, four. So 8, 16. Okay. And we're doing it stitch and flip. Yep. Okay. Not my favorite unit to make, but we'll get through
Why?
this.
Because it's flying geese.
Yeah.
Are you not a fan of the flying geese?
No. I haven't eaten a goose though.
I've had goose before, and duck, and all sorts of weird stuff.
Uh-huh. I know. That is very stereotypical.
I think everybody's at least tried something once.
I've had,
I'm gonna go
well,
turn my
I've had
oven
some weird things that I've eaten before. Not that I knew what it was, but I just tried it.
on.
Okay, I'll do the gray. Um, and a bright yellow. So since I already have these yellows cut, I might as well just do this. Da, 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 da.
I actually did mine with all the colors. Let's
Oh,
see,
you
yellow
did?
section. Yeah, see?
Oh,
That way I used up all the yellows in one. That way they're more spread out, you know?
I don't have that much yellow actually.
I did,
Well,
but then I used, Tula fabrics.
not much
I
left of
pulled
it.
a lot from my stash. I'm over at my iron, by the way, if anybody was curious, because I neglected to turn it on before getting to this. But I didn't want to get too hot in here because it's hot outside and it's kind of warm in here when the iron's on. So it's almost like being outside.
Mm-hmm. What is it over there? It's been
I think
pretty
it's
cool
10.
here.
I think it's been 106 or something like that today.
Wow. It's been unusually cool this past couple days, but the weather
Yeah,
forecast says it's
106
going
is what
back.
my thing says.
Oh boy.
Yep. Tomorrow's supposed to be hotter. Just thought I'd let you know that. But then it goes back down again, according to the weather, because I looked on it. That was like 2 days ago. But yesterday's weather was nothing like whatever. But if you're outside in the heat of today, you sweat, but not like a sticky sweat, you just regular sweat. And there's a breeze, so it just cools you right back down again. Because there's winds going on today.
Every time I go back home, even though it's only like 85 degrees, I just feel more miserable there
Really?
because of the humidity.
Oh yeah.
So you,
Yeah,
I
there's a
mean,
lot of green on that island. Obviously, it would be humid.
yeah. So talk about sticky sweat. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't do it. Maybe that's why everybody goes to Hawaii and stays on the beach so that they can stay in the water,
Yeah,
stay cool.
that plus they're all half naked anyway.
Oh, yeah. So is there actual nude beaches in Hawaii? I know there's a couple in California, but curious if Hawaii has any.
Unofficially, yes. Hmm.
Although I would never go on one. I mean, I'm an open, crazy person, but I don't know about a nude beach. I don't know if I'm that open.
Well, let's just put it this way. If you do end up at a nude beach in Hawaii, it's kind of a geriatric convention.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going. And it's probably all men, right?
No, there's a bunch of women there too.
Oh, well, I don't mind looking at women. It's old men.
Hmm. And some interesting
Plus,
characters.
plus when you're half naked with old men, they just get all googly eyed and they never stop staring. And no, nope, not happening.
Oh, the things we talk about on this channel.
I know, right? We're so weird.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, which way does this thing go? It's not like I can lay this on the floor. I ain't got no floor space in here. All right, I think it goes this way. More clips. Oh, come on. This has proven to be a pretty heavy quilt here.
Well, it's pretty big too. I mean,
Well,
I
mine's
knew it was going to be big, but
okay.
I
Well, the
didn't think it was
pattern
going to be
says
this
it's
big.
going to be 88 by 94. Mine's going to be 94 by 94 because I purposely put sides on to equal so that the top and bottom are equal size. That way I have a nice big square. That way it fits. If I want to put a border on it, like a regular border, it will fit nicely on a king bed. That was the goal. So the butterfly will sit in the middle. And it's too big for my wall, so when it's time to show you guys my finished quilt top, I will take it out to the living room and the whole camera and everything. And so that I don't make anyone dizzy, I'll even turn my camera off for the moment when I do it. That way, everybody can see what I have done, my butterfly masterpiece. It pretty much almost looks like the picture.
Kimber says we keep things interesting.
Yeah.
We sure do.
You know, people
And I just
always
totally cut that
say,
wrong.
people always say in the comments that they like watching me because I'm real, you know, I hold nothing back. It's real life. And you know what? It's because we talk like about real things that are real life. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why we don't, I mean, yeah, you can be real as in being real, but we talk about real life as it happens, as it is. The things that no other people talk about, probably, unless you're on some kind of political channel or something.
That I will second. And I just
Except
totally
we
cut
don't
my
talk about
fabric wrong.
politics.
Nope. Well, we try not to. Sometimes it sneaks in, though.
Well, I don't because I don't pay attention to it, so I have nothing to talk about.
Well, I pay attention to it. I just don't talk about it on a live, but somehow, I don't know, it just catches up to me with somebody's comment, and I choose to ignore it.
Yeah. All right. Oh, one more seam. I'm nesting all the seams for the center of the um, butterfly body part. I don't know why it's called body. It's just the center of the butterfly. Always talking to the cat, I think. I'm wondering what that sound was.
Okay.
Is someone here? Oh, it's his mom. I thought he was talking to the cat.
Talking to
Yeah,
Thumper.
really, man. Yeah, I am. Okay, later. But I have a favor to ask. Just leave it out and I'll figure it out. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to mute myself. Okay.
All right. So, what is everybody up to today? Cat F says, I'm struggling to find the right colors in my stash. I want to use what I have. Anyone have any suggestions? Um, yeah, you don't necessarily have to do a rainbow. What I'm assuming you're doing the butterfly quilt, so you don't necessarily have to do a rainbow effect. You can just do it with whatever colors you want to. I've seen this butterfly quilt being done in like a purple and pink or purple and blue. Some people have done, I've seen it done in a multitude of colors with batiks, not necessarily using the rainbow effect. Um,
I'm
you
back.
could even modify the blocks to make them bigger. So those are some ideas.
It was my in-laws wanting embroidery done
Oh, nice.
for clothing for school.
Wait a minute. I thought Scott's mom was back on the East Coast for all this time.
No,
I didn't know she was
no,
local.
they usually are snowbirds and stay up at the Grand Canyon this time of year, but this
Oh,
year they didn't. This year they just stayed home and he's a teacher, so but he's coaching football or basketball or something this year. So he wants me to embroider his name, Coach Live and Good, on his stuff.
nice. Okay. Oh, you know
Even though
what?
I'm not the best clothing embroiderer, I mean I can do it, but I don't even know if I'm using the right supplies. I never
As
really
long
got
as it
into all of that.
works.
Yeah, well, hey, look, I'm wearing something I embroidered. It worked. It's just probably not the correct stuff I'm supposed to use for clothing.
Well,
For like clothing that stretches.
you know what? I got a bunch of yellow squares here. I'm going to use these that I always pre-cut and I never use them. So now's the time to use it. Well, unlike quilting, there is fashion police.
Who's the fashion police? Not in my life. I am wearing a green shirt with gray shorts. There's no fashion police in this room. I'll wear what I want, when I want, and how I want to wear it. And if I want to embroider it with the wrong supply, oh well.
It's called Project Runway.
Yeah. The funny part is I had never heard of that show or anything about it until I got, this was a long, long time ago when I got my little brother Project Runway sewing machine from Walmart.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, it had PRW on it. And then the name kept saying Project Runway. What the fuck? Oh, and what the heck is Project Runway? I kept, okay. So I look it up online and I'm like, oh, it's a show about designing what? Okay, this is kind of dumb. This is before I knew there was quilting channels either, because I got that machine before I knew about quilting channels on YouTube. So I was like, this is very interesting. I would never be able to go on it though because I don't know how to sew clothes at all. I mean, I do, but not very good.
I
I've
don't.
tried. I've dabbled in the clothing. With making pajama pants, nightgowns, I could make a maxi dress, and let's see what else can I make. I can make shorts and kind of make tank tops. If all that counts as beautiful stuff, then I've at least done something. Woohoo! Another seam down. Okay, now to press. It's getting pressed this way. I have two seams left, a top and a bottom, and then all we have to do is hang out, and I can just read comments or something. I'm not going to go out and take my quilt out there until they're not here. Sometimes they hang out for a while, sometimes they don't. So everybody's just going to have to wonder what my quilt looks like for a little while.
Um, the All-Star game. So I'm assuming, Joyce, you're talking about the Little League. They did not win. They were eliminated. Um, and I guess this just was not their year to take it all the way.
Hey, at least the kids had fun
Yeah, that's the main thing.
and they tried. And they get to travel. I mean, come on now.
You know what, though? The traveling part is not as glamorous as you would think because there's such tight security that the kids are not allowed to wander around without,
Adults,
yeah,
well, that blows. But then they are young, so they should have an adult somehow, some way near them.
right. But even like when the parents are there, they're not allowed inside the barracks where the kids stay. So you do have like a few minutes to spend with the kids after the games and whatnot. But after that, it's like, nope, you're out of there.
I don't know how I'm going to cut these pieces to size, and they're big for these borders. So I don't know. I think I'm just going to sew them on like I normally do and hope they don't bow and pucker because they're thicker than a normal border. And instead of a 2-inch border, they're humongous.
Mhm.
So I'm going to clip it into place, then uh, cut it off the size. Hopefully this works. So how was your week?
Good. We got some good news that the deal that I have been working my butt off actually went through.
Oh, that's cool. So your company bought another company.
Yep. The bad part, though, is that company is not going to officially start till next year.
Oh, that's weird. So they were in a all fire hurry to buy it, and they're not even doing anything yet.
Well, they weren't really in a hurry to buy it. It was just that the seller was in a hurry to get rid of the business because he's hemorrhaging money.
Oh,
And to be quite honest, the owners or the my boss was not really all that interested in purchasing the company. They ended up doing it just for the sake of doing it. And then they created a marketing plan, which the previous owner did not have a strong business plan. So there's some potential now that we're seeing what the market is in that area.
well, that's good.
Yeah, but they opted not to. Well, part of the reason why they don't want to start the business right away is just the fact that um, the tax liability is going to be huge. And so it's not worth it for us to start the business with only like 5 months left in the year.
Oh, yeah, true.
So they figured give it time because we still have yet to file all the paperwork to officially start the business. So give us time to find larger warehouse space, office space, hire the right employees, and get the staffing. Plus, we have to move staff from other locations. And so we didn't want to rush all of that.
It's a lot.
It is.
No, I'm a small business and it's a lot. I couldn't imagine having some kind of big business where I got to manage people and da 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 da. And no, not doing it.
Wow. We're still considered a small business.
Not as small as me. I'm a small business. I'm a dinky business.
Says who?
Doesn't mean. All right, here we go. Let's hope that this stays that same size when I sew it on. Oh, I hate having to
Okay.
do that. I cut the size because I have no room.
Okay. It's flying.
It's a goose.
It's a goose. Is it a goose or is it a geese?
I don't
It's a
know.
goosey geese. Okay, so wait a minute. They're not all the same way. I got to remember that. So I need two of this one and two of the opposite. Okay.
Wow, this is taking me a lot longer than I thought because I had to clip the whole thing.
And then I'll make one more.
Now everybody knows why I don't like to pin and clip. This takes too long.
Do you ever use the So Tight magnet thing?
So tight magnets. I played with them at the quilt shows, but I didn't like it. I even played with they have a cutting mat thing too, and you put the magnets on it to hold everything in place on a board. I'm not sure if that's made by the same company, but it was,
It is.
just like the
Yeah.
so tight. Yeah. I thought it was kind of weird having magnets in the way of my ruler cutting and stuff, but I guess it's just to hold for cutting fussy cut stuff or something. I don't know. I wasn't that interested. I know they make a magnet deal for long arms too, so it magnetizes. but I think in the long run, I get a better snugness
Mm-hmm.
just with my what is the words called? Red snappers. You know, even when I was pinning, I didn't feel like I had as good of a snugness as I do with the red snappers.
Guys, I apologize. There's technical stuff going on. This is the best setup I could do for now. I know the camera's not in the most optimal position, but in reality, you don't really have to see what I'm doing. I know it's probably not the most entertaining view. But
I have
again,
an entertaining view, so that should be good enough, right?
yeah. So,
He is having internet issues. I cannot control his internet issues from here.
yep. So that's why we started late. And that's also why I can't use, normally I would have my cell phone so that you can actually see what I'm doing. But right now the cell phone, um, it was just having internet issues with connecting. So yeah, I'd rather be on with a weird angle than having the internet issue kind of cut out and we have to restart the live and then no sound and then no
Yeah,
picture.
it's
So it was
just too
just,
much.
yeah. So I do apologize for that, but I'm doing the best that I
This
could.
angle, though, is like a podcast angle. Maybe if you hung some of the blocks behind you, it wouldn't be so bad.
Oh, well, maybe I'll do that after I get this thread back in there. Okay.
All right, now to do that a second time, and then I'll be done. All right, there. I'm gonna go press this.
Let's see. Here's the
Oh man, I'm
small.
wrinkling this thing.
I'm surprised how well this color combo came out. We'll put that up.
Yeah, that's nice.
Put that back up. You know, I think these stripes were the easiest blocks to make.
Oh yeah,
Put that one up
that and the
there.
little log cabin ones. Well, because it's pretty much strip sewing, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is one gigantic quilt. My goodness. Oh, no, it's definitely bigger than me. This is like your height. This is an Eric size quilt. Has a lot of space for me to quilt though. All right, now bottom. Uh, yeah. Okay.
Bum, bada, bum, bum, bum.
Go get this hooked on here.
There's a lot of log cabin blocks in here. Jeez.
Yeah.
But log cabins are not difficult to do, so I didn't mind it. Just took me a while.
They're just half cabins too, which is even easier.
Yeah. Why am I putting it down there? I'm going to be blocking most of it anyway. Okay. Now there's more to go this way. And we'll put that. I feel like I'm playing quilt Tetris.
That's what it is when you go to put it together. Just know. And once the bigger mine got, the harder it was I couldn't put it on the walls. So I was having to double check by opening one up and then going back down and checking the other. Yeah.
Okay, now there's a little color, so it's a little bit more interesting.
Let's see so far what you got. All right, here we go. Make a cut. Hope it stays nice.
Yeah, this is going to be one interesting quilt. Put it all together.
You are going to continue on once I'm not here next time, right?
Uh-huh. I
Okay.
think
I may or may not join the chat. It just depends on what I'm doing that day. And I wasn't trying to rush through so that you'd be alone. I was just working at my normal pace.
well, your
We
normal
all
pace
guessed
is
it,
like
though. We all guessed it. Everyone in the chat, everybody said, "Oh, Tiffany will have hers done." But I
yep.
prolonged it. It was more than 2 videos worth.
Well, you probably could have done it all in one.
No, I don't think this one would have been all in one. I don't think I could have done this one in a day. This would have, if I was doing it by myself off camera, it probably would have took a total, if I would have spent the day doing it, probably 3 days, honestly. And that's only because I do other things too. I don't just sit and sew because I can't just sit and do one thing. I have to do multiple things or else I get bored really easily.
Well, just like
And
the
this
rest of
weekend,
us.
well, not this weekend, but this week. And anyways, this week, my week, my long arm machine decided it doesn't want to work properly. We found somebody that can actually come to the house that's a handy quilter person. So they're going to come here, I think, Tuesday or something to fix my machine because the long arm is, well, not being a good long arm right now. And well, it didn't break wow, but it was like almost breaking wow
Mm-hmm.
on a client quilt.
Oh,
I literally had to call my client and say, the tension is all bad. I can't get it right. Blah, blah, blah. Send her pictures. I'm honest with everybody. Send her pictures to show her. Scott says it doesn't look that bad. But to me, I have issues when it doesn't look right. So I had to make sure that she was aware that if she gets her quilt back and she does pay attention, there's a couple eyelashes, but I had already picked the quilt all once. So I'm not going to pick it a second time. So I just said, screw it, left it be, and let her know. She'll probably never use me ever again, but hey, you never know. Maybe she won't even notice. I sent the pictures. She said it looked fine. So, but I try to be, with my client quilts, I try to make sure everything's up to par. I can't let it be bad, and I have to make sure I keep in contact with my clients. And since I do a lot of show quilts too, I also have to make sure everything is good for show quilts because if my
oh
machine
yeah.
broke wearing a show quilt, I would freak out because those go on the long arm for days upon days upon days. And if I have to remove the project to reload the project, that's the cool thing about red snappers, but it doesn't load back the original way when I do
Mm-hmm.
it again. it always is kind of funky, and then I have to, adjust the angle, and it just becomes a hassle. And if I can't finish it because I can't get the machine fixed for like a month and they needed it in the 2 weeks that I promised them, that just makes it even worse. So hopefully Tuesday the guy will be able to fix it.
Even though
I'm just
he's a
hoping it
handy
doesn't
quilter
cost
guy?
us. Yeah. Well, my machine is made at the Handy Quilter place. It's just for sewing machines plus specs. So it's the
Oh,
same deal. It's the same as the Grace machines, which are also made there. Apparently, this is what I've been told.
well, actually,
At the same factory that puts them out.
yeah.
It's all in the same spot in Utah.
If I'm not mistaken, handy quilter is made by Janome.
I have no idea what they're made by, but I just know that it's a Handy Quilter dealer person that fixes machines, certified Handy Quilter machine fixer guy coming here, who's working, he's been on machines for 40 years, but now he's switched to long arms. He even does embroidery machines, which I've never had mine serviced, but I don't think I ever have to. I don't use it enough. And my Jukies, these ones, I take care of them myself.
Well, didn't the guy screw up the other one?
Yep, that's why it doesn't go to anywhere. It's a totally different person. This is a totally new guy. Yeah,
Oh,
the other one
to press.
obviously sews with a button if you want to push the button backwards.
Mm-hmm. Has a mind of its own.
Yep, it does what it wants, however it wants to do it. All right, that was my last seam. I'm going to press this and then just sit and chat until I could go out there because I still hear them talking out there and they're loud. I'm not going to take my ear out there if you guys can hear all that. I can't obviously hang this darn thing up because now it is 94 by 94 or somewhere in that range. I'm hoping. I probably should have hung a quilt up in the background just because everybody knew I was almost done though. So, all right. My top borders are a little off, and that's only because I had to pre-cut them. So it shifted even though it was clipped all the way down. But that's fine. I will live. Once it's quilted, I will trim it into a nice, beautiful square instead of rectangle. I don't usually like square quilts either, but I don't know. This one just seems like it'd be better being one giant square.
Okay, here's the situation. The camera frame is not adjustable. Like I can't lower the camera anymore. It's fixed in a position. So the only thing I can do is just move back myself. But now I'm like 4 feet away from the sewing table. So again, sorry guys,
Sorry,
but it is
everybody.
what it is.
When you're on by yourself, you'll be able to do normal because then you won't have to be streaming it through Zoom.
Right. And that's
So you won't
part of
have
the
the
issue.
issue.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Zoom, when you use Zoom, it takes a lot out of your computer. Actually, anytime you broadcast anything on video, it takes a lot out of your computer. And what I'm learning is that when you run Zoom, like as we are doing right now, and then you run it to YouTube, it's like you're overloading your computer. And a lot of these technical things, you don't realize how hard your computer is actually working.
All right. Well, before I show you guys the quilt, whenever I get to, here's my backing. It's Tula. So I have a 108 of Tula to use. It's silky soft, which is what most Tula backings are, super silky soft. So I have everything ready to be able to quilt it. Obviously, I won't be able to for a while because I have other things that are top priority, like Gulliver. That was my goal this weekend, was to start quilting Skulliver, but now I can't. Well, I will read comments while my quilt just sits right here in a pile. Just make it look pile beautiful. Right here. There we go. Put some
Okay.
googly eyes on so I can even see.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If anybody has questions, ask them. I am now fully involved in the chat, which is never happens. Hi, Cindy. Chrissy didn't take home ec. They didn't have home ec. Home ecs ended the year before I started high school where I lived. She can deal with me telling the teacher she did it wrong in high school, made draperies for interior designers for a workroom. I did that on my own when I was young too. I made all of my curtains and everything for my house. So I knew how to sew. I just never took home ec, and I really didn't learn from my mom. I just knew she sewed. I've walked by her like, "Hi, Mom. Okay, I'm going to my friends."
We got
Hi,
to sew a
Nancy.
bag. That's all we did.
Oh, I never had to sew. It like if I would have went the year before, the kids were sewing things like shorts. They were making shorts from patterns because I had friends that were in high school year and year, 2 years before me. And they were just making simple stuff. They even did a bucket hat back then because that was popular. So they learned how to make bucket hats and shorts. Yes, Kara, I will finally be able to be happy to be able to see Skulliver quilted. I'm hoping if I can get it done quick enough, I can get it, signed up to go to a show. I have one, two, three, four, at least five of the quilts that are hanging in my closet are show quilts that I designated to go to shows. Oh, it went silent again. Nobody's asking anything. Yours is going to be like super colorful, like bright, bright colors. Your colors are so bright.
It'll be interesting. I'll just say that.
Yeah. I think someone posted this week in my group, on my Facebook group, a finished Tula top of the butterfly that was sewing along with us. It's like somebody finished before me? Really? No, just kidding. We gave everybody the ability to just do it at their own speed.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sewing along with us, not technically a sew along. Makes sense.
Well, I don't think we even meant for this to be a so long. It was just us two sewing with this.
Yeah. Sewing together because we never do live streams together.
Nope. And now we know
It's
technically
hard.
what's involved. Yeah, it's not that easy to do.
Technically, we can go live on YouTube together on yours and my channel with the go live with friends. But that means our devices have to be in this position the whole time,
Yeah.
and it puts us on top of each other. So you really don't get much of a view, but I mean, we can if we wanted to.
It's better
But
if
there's
you're
that
doing,
option.
well, what I've noticed is that that option is good for people where they're doing like talk shows kind of
Oh,
style.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Not teaching like what we're doing.
No. Do I have multiple?
Kim found some started blocks for a stashed half hexie. So she's turning them into a table runner. Cara has all but one mint green background cut out, and then she could start piecing it. I actually just pieced it section by section instead of cutting all of the background out of this quilt at once. That way I can keep everything in order. It worked out. Eric, are you using your stash? Your colors are pretty bright, but pretty cool. Will you quilt your own like Tiffany?
I will be quilting it. I'm not sure what I'm going to quilt on it, but um, yeah, these are just basically fat quarters and scraps that I had on my shelf, and I didn't want to buy Tula Pink, so I just said, you know what? Let's just see what fat quarters and fabrics we have on the shelf and see what colors there are, which is
Yeah.
usually how I operate anyway.
Well, my question to you is are you really going to quilt it or is it going to hang over the long arm for a while?
No, I'm really going to quilt it.
So you're going to pack it up and bring it over here and quilt it at my house
I could.
because I have a bigger throat machine with a bigger frame.
Well, I'm
That means you got to
actually,
stay for a few days.
yeah, I'm actually considering a design. I mean, because I like quilting to be really tight and I like dense quilting too.
So do I. That's what I'm going to do with mine. It's
Yeah.
going to get heavy. Mine's going to be, if it looks nice enough, I might even use this for show also. Ah, that's what Linda said. Tiff, are you keeping this quilt for yourself? I really want to. And if you guys don't tell Scott, I probably will. Just nobody tell him ever. He'll be like, oh, you have that quilt still? Yeah. I'll just hide it. I'll be like, oh, I have a quilt that I was going to put in the show. Which one? Oh, remember that butterfly I did a long time ago? I really have too many quilts. Like, ask Eric, guys, if you've ever been to my house, you'll know I have more quilts than I know what to do with.
Hmm.
And I've given so many away and I've sold so many. And how do I still have as many as I do? I don't know. Oh, wait, it's because I make too many. Ah, Kara just wanted to get it all cut up, so I'll just do sew the blocks. Smart. Jeannie's is a mix of batiks and regular cottons from her stash. Ooh, I wonder what it looked like in batiks. It would be pretty. Very vibrant, because batiks are always so vibrant. I have a feeling they're not leaving. My goodness, they're still out there. I wonder if I could just like tell them to shut the hell up so that I can lay this on the floor in the living room so that you all can see real quick. What do you guys think? Should I tell everybody to shut up so I can go lay this on the floor?
Ah,
That
let's
way I
be
can fold it up.
nice.
It's really wrinkling here, man. I'm telling you. What I usually do right after making a quilt, this is my thing. So if I'm doing it on camera and I just finished it, I obviously put it behind me to show it if it fits back there. If not, I take it to the living room floor and show it. As soon as I'm done, it gets folded up and put on a hanger because I don't care how it happens or why it happens. But if it just sits around in a pile, it gets so wrinkly. And most ironing boards, especially the ones everybody else uses, mine is big, but mine's not this big. Most ironing boards, you're wrinkling it as you're going
Yeah.
to get it pressed back out again.
Yep.
So if I get it pressed and it's fully done and it's fully flattened, I like to fold it up right away and hang it in the closet immediately on a hanger. That way, by the time it goes to the long arm, no wrinkles, no what is it called? Fraying of the edge of the quilts, none of it. It's just ready to get long armed.
See, a lot of people don't
See.
know that even though you have a long arm, you have to actually press it out so that the
Yep.
wrinkles don't get quilted in there and you don't have puckers going on.
Yep. And I know it's not every I mean, some people know it's probably happening like me. That's why I always yell at Scott when he's ironing because he likes to iron folds in at a seam. It's just an
Oh,
eighth of an inch fold, but it messes everything up in my brain. So
yeah.
that's why I always give it back to him and say, press it again. I didn't say this out loud. But no, in any case, I get quilts all the time for long arm quilting, and a lot of people miss some of that. Sometimes it just happens because we're in a hurry. It's a gift for somebody, and we need it to, quilted and done by a specific date. So sometimes I get quilts, and that part hasn't happened, or there's a seam unsewn, which I don't know how that one happens, but there's a seam unsewn, and then, you know, I usually fix it for them. But my whole thing is I need a pressed back, pressed front. Obviously, it's going to have wrinkles from folding it up and sending it in the mail, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But
Yeah.
if you press it first, it should stay nice because it's not getting adjusted. Once you put it into a bag and into a box, it should stay nice until it gets to me. Because even other people's quilts, when I get them, if they're wrinkly, I have to bring them in here and then struggle ironing them as well. You know, especially if they're getting custom quilted, that one's harder. And I'll iron the backing fabric though on the long arm. I can actually iron while it's on the long arm, but the tops I can't.
You don't steam it, or can you steam
The
it out?
back fabric, I can steam the back fabric with the Panasonic cordless iron I have out there, but in here I cannot. Or else I could steam tops too, but I don't actually have a regular steamer to like hold it up and just steam the wrinkles away. Kim said the new maintenance guy was at her house yesterday, saw the quilt I quilted for her, and wanted to know if she'd sell it. She said no, but she can make another and quoted a price. It got quiet. That's what happens every time I quote someone a price. It gets quiet. Let's see. When the girls were, Kara says when her girls were little, she would cut up all of the fabrics. So all she had to do was sew their wardrobes for school. Hmm. Christy says the Scott quilt. No, he does not. We wish he did. Huh, Eric?
Oh
That'd be so
boy.
much fun if he did too. But he doesn't. He helps though with everything. He'll iron and he'll also pick because I had to pick the client quilt that I was talking about earlier on the long arm. He'll pick with me. He'll iron. He's used the serger before to do his arm sleeves for something, and then see what else has he done? He's cut fabric because he cuts the dog ears off for me if I've got too many and I need to hurry up, which he did with this quilt. And then he also will cut pieces. He did with my one of my little tiny quilts. He helped me trim everything to size, all the little tiny pieces. Kind of funny.
He's always willing to help. It's just
He just won't sit at the machine and sew.
he just won't
He
sit
says
at the
that's not my
machine.
thing.
Yeah.
That's your thing. That's his thing. He says it's my thing, so he just doesn't do it. I'm pretty sure he knows that he's going to like it. That's why. And then we can't afford for both of us to be quilters because that'll just get too expensive. I mean, I do have a stash that'll last. If he started sewing, I have a stash that would last mine and his lifetime. You know,
Okay.
well, we'd still run out of some things, but at least when it comes to like the background, all the regular fabrics, we
Mm-hmm.
always have to buy backgrounds and stuff. Let's see. Miggy says, ever since she saw quilt tops hangings, she started doing that, and it's so much better, isn't it? I hang them on a hanger, the plastic hangers. I used to do the ones that you get if you buy pants or something at JCPenney or Walmart, and they have the little clip things. I used to buy those, that kind of hanger and clip them. But I stopped doing that because the clips actually leave marks on the quilt
Yeah.
instead of a fold over the
Yeah.
folded hanger. The only thing I use those for now is I hang my mini quilts on it, which it doesn't leave marks on those because they're fully quilted already. So I think that's probably why, because they're fully quilted and it doesn't leave marks on them. Mary says, what do I charge for quilting? I charge 3 cents a square inch. I know that seems like a lot, but I am all free motion hand guided. And then it goes up if you want custom stuff like ruler work or anything fancy.
That's actually
Yeah. I'm
not,
not computerized, so I am basing it on me actually doing the work, you know?
I mean, I've heard people charge up to 10 cents a square inch.
Yeah, I charge up to 15 if for show quilting and stuff. And people pay
Yeah.
it because they want fancy show quilting. And most times there are a lot of my clients that are new ones, they'll get their quilt back and they'll go, "Wow, I can't believe you did this." It's not a computer. And then they'll watch a video if I had quilted it in a video or something. Oh my God, I can't believe you're so smooth. You got that machine like it's butter. Yeah, I do. I'm just used to it. I know what I'm doing. Joyce says she wishes she could sew tiny blocks like me. She struggled with 3.5 inch unfinished 9 patch. Yeah, those are small. 3.5 inch unfinished 9 patch. That's still small.
It's not harder, it's just smaller. And you got less
Yep.
wiggle room, but
Yep. And on a small one, if something gets off, if you see it, it's really off. You
yeah.
can tell because the pieces are smaller. So a lot of my tiny quilts, there's one or two things off. And you know what? I don't care. So if I'm being judged on that ever, if I put it in the show and it gets judged, that's not my fault. Like you can't control it. The tiny pieces are harder to control. Bigger pieces are so much easier.
Well, it's because you got a lot more wiggle room.
Yeah. Kim says I do a beautiful job. She's gotten lots of compliments on her quilting on one of her quilts that I quilted for her. Joyce says the smaller it gets, the harder it is. Yeah, small stuff is hard for me too because of my hands. I have arthritis in my hands and it's pretty bad. I think your camera's out, Eric.
Oh,
Hey, aren't you glad I'm here to tell you?
mm-hmm. Like, you know, sometimes I forget that the camera goes out and then I see the comments, people kind of screaming and they forget that I can't hear them.
Oh yeah. I feel like I've been talking a lot. My mouth needed chapstick.
Well, you're
He
not
is
used to
silent.
talking on a live.
No. Well, I talk on my lives. I just, I don't continuously talk like this, reading the comments. Scott will read the comments and anything that's a question he can't answer, then I start talking, or when I feel like it's gotten silent. But I'm actually talking quite a bit right now. Yeah, Kim's talking about how the quilt I quilted for her, one of the quilts I quilted, she turns it around, it looks like a whole cloth quilt.
Do, 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 do. I know I have
Gone.
more gray. Where is it? Oh, come on. I have to have one. Okay, maybe I don't.
I'm gonna see if they're gone real quick. Everybody gone?
Yeah.
Can you turn all the lights on out there so that I can bring the quilt and lay it on the floor?
Da, da, da,
All right,
da, the big
guys.
reveal.
We're gonna take it to the living room. I won't be able to see the comments at all, okay? So hold your comments till I'm back in front of the camera. We're gonna go lay this on the floor in the living room, okay? You'll be able to hear me, you just won't be able to, I won't be able to see the comment section because I can only carry one device at a time. All right, I'm gonna turn my screen off for a second so you're only gonna hear my voice. All right, here I go. Glad I turned the camera off. I'm kicking this stand like crazy.
You need me to help you?
Nope, that's fine. All
Okay,
right,
I'll
that's the
sit
top.
back for a little while so you're not you're not just looking at my big forehead.
The camera's off right now, so you can help me at least lay it out.
Oh, when I asked,
Oh, I didn't understand
you
what you
wanted
were
me to
saying.
help you lay it out. I said, "Go put my shirt on." You said, "No, it's okay." Do-do-do-do.
Straighten that side just a little bit more. No, that's fine. That's fine. Alrighty, friends. Camera back on. And there we go. You can make it whole now. Can you see it? Oh, no, you can't. I gotta reverse it. You're staring at a thing. How do you turn the camera? Oh, there it is. All right, you can make me big screen, Eric.
Um, how do we do that on there? I can't spotlight it. They took it off. Wow, that looks good. Can you hear him?
Yeah, he's in my ear.
Oh. Wow, that came
So I
out
think I'm
great.
gonna leave it without borders.
Ooh, like that. Everybody's saying it looks great.
You can't even tell. It looks like the photo, huh? The
Yeah, it
picture on the
does.
pattern. Except for the center. My center is different. And then
Why am I
obviously for
following the center?
my top and bottom does not have a different color. Like if you look at the pattern, the top and bottom has a border. Mine doesn't have that. But it should be one solid square. So on the sides, you can see I made it so it's not landing on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
I put a 3.5 inch strip on both sides. But neither side is the same. Both sides are different because I put different colors in. They just read the same as the opposite side. So this side's different.
Cool.
Okay.
Yay.
2 more seconds and I will see how big it actually turned out. And then we'll go back to the room.
Well, this will be
Measuring tape.
interesting.
Let's see if it's 94 by 94 or if I did horrible with my math, which I usually do. It's straight. Right there. Oh, it's 94.
It is?
Yeah, let's see what the other way is. Did I do a good job? That's just the middle measurement, but you know,
Why do you
whatever.
sound so surprised?
Because sometimes I'm off. Sometimes I'm really bad with math. 94. Oh, I did a good
Ooh,
job.
you did a good
I did
job.
correct math. All right, let's pick this up nicely like now. And then I'm going to turn the camera off and go back to my room. Oops, wrong button. You can turn everything off now. Can you turn everything off now, the lights, and then bring me a cold water?
Okay. I
All
hope
right,
I
I'm back.
sewed it on right. Oh, well. If not, it'll be different. And I'm okay with that. Hey,
Whew. Oh, there it goes. Now to fold it. I think it turned out amazing.
it did.
Thank you. I'm just reading the comments sort of because I didn't put my glasses on. Now I do.
They're all flying in a good direction.
Well, I told everyone I couldn't see him in the first place. I'm glad we finally did this, though.
Okay, here's
No,
the
Linda,
ultimate
I didn't use
question.
black. She was surprised I didn't use a black background. I really was going to, but I didn't.
Oh, that's true.
I went with purple. It's actually a pale purple. Anyways, you can
Would
go on. Say what you're going to say.
would you have done this quilt on your own?
Yeah,
Like if we didn't do
I,
this?
yeah. Eventually, not. I don't know if I would have done it on my. Well, yeah. I told my channel I was going to do it too. I just made them all come over here instead to yours, which is
Mm,
fine.
I don't think I would have done this quilt if we didn't have this project.
Really,
Yeah. I mean, it's not
but
that I can't do it, but
you like it too. Don't deny it.
I
It's a
do.
beautiful
I do.
butterfly. And
Kind of makes
yours
me kind of makes me
is
want to
going to be
do the
kind of
moth.
gay. You know that, right? It's really
Yeah.
happy, bright colors, and you.
Yes. But now I kind of want
This
to
is
do the
a pretty
moth.
big quilt. You want to do the moth? There's a moth one
Yeah, it's all strip piecing though.
by Tula.
By Tula. It's in the book that Tula did with Angela.
Oh,
I think I have it somewhere. Well, actually, I know I have it somewhere. I just never um, was thinking about doing that, but it's not as intricate as this butterfly, but holy cow, you really got to pay attention to what strip you're sewing to what.
all right. I need to make a tag so that I can hang this up on it. Oh, do I have any hangers left? Maybe. We're going to take one of my shirts off of a hanger.
Okay, here we go. Got two of them, and they're all flying in
Oh,
the
look at
correct
that. You did
direction.
them the same color as they're supposed to be.
Actually, this is a yellow, and it's just on camera, it looks a little bit more greenish. I'm not sure why, but it'll work. Every time I see flying geese in that chevron layout, I always think Charlie Brown.
See, I put a little tag that says Tula Butterfly on it, and then it's 94 by 94. So when I'm ready, all I have to do is I already know my backing size. But if I didn't have my backing already picked out, then all I do is have to take the measurement before I even take it off the hanger to get it back that size. And now it's beautifully hung on the hanger. And then the backing fabric is going to go with it.
What about the binding? What do you think for binding?
I'm going to bind it probably in the same color that I used as the background because I have plenty more of it. And I'm probably going to end up showing that quilt off one or two more times. So, my goodness.
Well, it's an accomplishment.
Yes, it is. It's a feat. Let's just say that. We spent all these years talking about doing this. We finally did it. Mine is now done. Well, mostly. It just needs quilted, but still. How many more blocks do you need to do, Eric?
Um, let's see. I still got, okay, so the flying geese are done. The body. Wait, is the flying geese the body? Yeah.
Also, Mary said I didn't use borders. No, I was thinking about just using, I have some Tula fabrics and yardage, and I was thinking about using them for borders. And I thought it's already 94 by 94. I made it that way. I think I just like it for background creativity, and all you see is the butterfly. I want the quilting to, enhance just the butterfly. I don't think I need any borders.
Wait a minute.
Are you gonna add, are
The
you gonna add
flying
borders to
geese,
yours?
probably not, because I mean the quilt is big as it is, and I just wanted this to be a wall hanging, not really a bed quilt. So I don't want to make it any bigger.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got one teeter totter and the wheels to make.
You haven't made any of those yet?
Nope.
Yeah, just remember that one I told you. Did I say it last week? Was it last week? Yeah. One of them doesn't come out the right size. I don't know if anybody else's did or didn't, but mine didn't at all. So I had to add the striped border around it and then cut that to size.
Okay, so it's a good thing I cut all those 3.5 inch. Now I can use it. Did I just say the size? Oops.
Oh, like they even know what you're talking about.
I know, really.
Jeannie wants to know what background color for you.
I am gonna go with a light gray color, which is this. Do I have it up here? No. Um, I think it's just gonna read white, but it's actually a very light gray color.
It looks like gray. Does it have like a print to it, or is that a tone on tone?
It's dots, like white dots, looks like snowflakes.
Ah,
And guess where I got this fabric from? It's part of
hmm.
the Waverly collection at Walmart.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Does your
So,
Walmart there in where you're at in Vegas have fabric at it?
yep.
Ours is only the pre-cuts now. The only fabric you can get is like silks and canvases and flannel and some other stuff, but everything else,
Oh,
all
yeah.
pre-cuts.
It's mostly pre-cuts, but whatever they have on a bolt is like flannel or what do you call it? Um, like the sports teams.
Or things to make clothing with.
Yeah. So it's not much.
But I told you it's pretty good fabric, huh?
It is pretty good fabric. Um, I mean, I don't know why people dog it so much. I guess because the price, but the price is not an indication of the quality of it. So,
My binding will be the same color as my background fabric, Delia. And yes, I would have done black. Black would have popped, but I needed to be outside of my normal realm box. So I did. Plus, I didn't have enough black anyway. I had the purple though. It's a light purple, but it's still purple in my, defense.
okay. So I know I asked this question before, but I forgot what your answer was. So I'm going to ask it again. If you have to do this again, what would you do differently?
Honestly, this would look good in a different colorway, as in a purple, all purple butterfly. All I said this last time, I think, all shades of purple batiks
Yeah.
as the butterfly, just random parts and pieces everywhere. I wouldn't even match them up to where they look right. It would just be little pieces and parts that are all in the purple family and then a black background.
So if you have to substitute a block, which one would it be?
I wouldn't do the round ones. I would
Yeah.
just make a different, whatever size those blocks are, 6.5, 10.5, 12.5, 20.5. I don't, no, they're just in halves. I would do that. But you know what also would look cool? I have an orphan block drawer, which you've seen. It's overflowing, right?
Right, right.
I would totally like to see what it would look like, literally by taking all the orphan blocks that I can find and all the sizes of the blocks that are in this quilt, put them all together, and then grab some random whatever for scraps, just all different colors for the background, and just have it see if the butterfly even sticks out.
Oh, that would
You know
be
what I mean? But all
interesting.
scraps, like say all cream and white scraps for the background, but
Hmm.
take all the blocks that I can find that are all the sizes that are in this and just put them together in this shape.
That would be
That would be
interesting.
cool. Yeah, I think so. I mean, because I have a ton of orphan blocks, and this is like the perfect kind of quilt for that. It'd look probably like some kind of Pablo Picasso painting. It'd just be all just randomness, but it would look cool.
It would look cool though, and it would be an
I think
original.
so. Uh-huh, for sure. I mean, the premise is set for anyway, since it takes certain size blocks. I mean, we all make these size blocks that are in this pattern all the time. So since I have all those orphan blocks, might as well throw them all in. I probably should just do that next because I really have to do something with that orphan block. It's so much overflowing. Now, when I pull the drawer open, all the blocks fold back in and I can't get the drawer all the way open because they're getting stuck now on the top because they're mounded.
Well, see, good thing I asked the
That's
question.
a
Now
good
you got
idea.
the idea.
Yep. I don't have a bunch of cream and white scraps though, so I'd have to hunt for stuff like that or use totally different colorway. Oh, I could make a striped back if it comes out a certain way and all the pieces land in a certain spot. I could build those pieces with stripes. Oh, that would look cool. It'd be weird, but cool and
That'd be
modern
cool
and
though.
different.
That would be
Hmm.
totally cool.
I'm gonna have to think about that. I have tons of different striped fabrics. That would be cool.
Guys, this
Hmm.
is how Tiffany
I
normally
got.
operates when I stay when I'm around her. She's brainstorming and then she gets all these crazy ideas.
And most of the time I put them together,
Yep.
you know. I get it. A lot of the stuff that's scrolling through my, whether I do it on camera or not, it comes together like my stupid little round thing that I decided to make. I don't know if I showed it here, but I showed it on my channel. I'll show it here. I don't know what the hell was going on in my head, but if I didn't do this, I was gonna get it stuck in my head.
See,
You see
I'm
this thing?
totally
It was it was stuck in my head and I had to put it together. But it's
wow, that's
first,
cool.
right? And I had to see if the idea would even work because my brain was spinning and it wouldn't unspin. But it came out cruddy because I used cruddy fabric. If I wouldn't have used cruddy fabric, I think it would have came out better. But that's that what is it called? Country, not country classics. Uh yeah, country classics or whatever from Joanne's.
It actually looks like it's a lightweight silk.
And it is lightweight fabric because it's
Oh,
like polyester, but it's not. It's cotton. It just feels funny. It's got a roughness to it too. I don't like it at all.
oh, but it looks cool.
It does.
It looks like
Yeah, but
a rotten
that's my
egg that
brain.
got splattered. But yeah, if you ever wanted to, or if you ever wondered how Tiffany operates, how she thinks, you just got a glimpse of it.
Yeah, I go into my fabric room and I spend time in there and I'm like, I pull all these things out and I get to iron. I'm like, oh, you know what I can do with this? And then the next day I'm usually in here. But that's the reason why I have a ton of orphan blocks because I like to also see if my ideas are even going to work. So I make a block and then I just throw them in the drawer. But yeah, the wheels constantly turning. I don't even need a book, man. It's just going.
Hmm.
But having the books is good too, because when I don't have my wheels turning, I definitely need a book or something to. go off of because I do draw blanks quite often. I really hope they can fix my long arm on Tuesday because I really, really, really need to get some of these quilts quilted. Because now I really want to quilt the Tula quilt. The only part of it I'm looking forward to is making the antennas. I want to do that like Angela Walters did on Tula's original with the
with the
spinny
feathers.
antennas and feathers. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to do that on mine. I don't have the throat space for it, but we're gonna make it work. It'll be a lot of stops and starts, but that's okay, or a lot of rolling back and forth.
Hmm. Oh, there's two different sizes. Okay.
Donna says she hopes I write my ideas down. I actually don't write them all down. Sometimes I scribble them, but most times I just let it spoon in my head and then I'll make it to stop the brain craziness.
I
Which is
think.
what happened. So Sundays ago, I started something. I was making 6.5 inch blocks, right? With leftover fabric. So then the next Sunday I was working on, and I had all these blocks and I showed everyone, what can you do with this, right? So I actually in turn went and made a video because I needed it off my mind to show you that it became something from just the two of the blocks that were in 53 different block combinations I made. Yep. From 2.5 by 2.5 inch squares, 2.5 by 4.5 inch rectangles, and 6.5 by 2.5 inch rectangles. Oh, and some 4.5 inch squares, but yeah.
Well, isn't that how you came up with the 25 patch series?
Yep, it was all by accident.
It
And
was
then I
all
just
by.
kept making new things with 25 patch. What can you make with 25 patch blocks? And you know what? There's 90, well, I think I made 98 total blocks, but some of them were too close to previous ones, so I didn't make them into a video. But in turn, I made 90 for the videos, different 25 patch blocks. Yeah. And all of them you can take, every single block that I made, you make multiples of it or even add stashing and it creates a secondary quilt.
Yeah.
They're really easy too. They're not hard.
Come to think of it, I think that's the only time I ever saw you draw it all out and plan it.
Yeah. Yeah. I would draw some and then a week later I'd film that one that I drawed the week before and that during that week more would come to me and then yeah. That was a long time too. I did those for like 3 years in total,
Well,
those blocks.
you stopped for a while too, didn't you?
Um, I stopped making them when I had my valley fever.
Yeah.
And then I finally put it together once I was cleared enough from the doctor to, oh, you can resume your normal activities. Then I finally put it together. And I still have that quilt and it's folded and it's been folded in the same position for who knows how long on the shelf or in the corner of the room on one of my stacks of quilts because it's too big for my bed, but I don't want to get rid of it because I spent all that time planning and putting it together. But it's like oversized king size. It's not just a regular king size. It's way
It's
bigger.
oversized. Yep.
Yep. But it works out perfect because a lot of people have king size beds and a lot of husbands still covers or wives, depending on if it's the male or female. Either way, people still covers. And this is the size that fits on a king where nobody can steal the covers. It's got plenty on both sides.
See,
Kelly asked what
you
happened
were
to my
doing
long arm.
that
It
when I was
broke.
doing the 52 block
Yeah,
series.
I was doing it all at the same time. And you know what? Your
Yep.
52 series is sitting right here on the shelf still where it's been for the last since I finished it, right here in a bag.
Well, mine is still in its plastic container, not even put together yet.
Here it is, right here. 52, all in
Oh
this
gosh.
lovely package here. Let's see what we got going on while Eric's like working here. It's been a while since we did all these. All right, what do we got? Oh yeah, and I made two of everything on mine, remember?
Oh,
So
that's
that I had
right.
two quilts. So here's one,
That was the last block.
but there's
Ah,
the other because I made two of everything so that I can make two quilts. Oh, this one got all wrinkled. I shoved it into the bag. So here was, I don't even remember what block number this was.
block 42, I think.
Long strings. I gotta fold these nice though, or else they're gonna get all wrinkled back up in here. Then we got some little guys. I don't even remember. Oh, there was three of each I made. You know.
The string blocks, the half square triangles. Yep.
Oh, nope, this was the second one. See, so I made more, all folded nicely, and then we did the French braid. I don't even remember, but
Mm-hmm.
I made three for each quilt.
I forgot you were making three of each block, and I thought you were crazy.
Well, yeah. So, well, I didn't make three of each block, it's just certain ones so that I could put it all together. I haven't took these out since then. These have all been sitting. The square and a square and a
The
square.
square and a square and a square. That was the paper
I
piece
did that
block.
one with, I did that with the, what is the word for it? Sewing related fabrics. And then I think this is supposed to be a basket,
Yep.
right? Of some sort. I got two of those. There's some Tula in that. Then we have our tiny Dresdens. So if you guys ever want to go back to Eric's sew along videos or any of mine, did I make these separately? I don't remember. I just know I was doing it and posting them. Maybe I was sewing them in videos. I don't remember. I didn't. I don't think I did them in videos. I think I let you have all that. Here's the funky flower.
Mine looked like a egg, like a sunny
Really?
side egg.
Yeah, mine came out okay, I guess. Okay-ish. Got through on that big ish there, but I had two of those. Then we had that improv one. I don't even remember what block number it was, but we did improv. So my
Oh, that
shapes
that came
came
out
out
interesting.
kind of funny. Yeah. I think they were supposed to be like roses or something, but mine definitely did not turn out like that. Then some kind of log cabins, but wonky.
Wonky log cabins. I remember the improv. That was the time I was trying to figure out how to do a turban out of a towel.
Oh.
Oh,
Then
that's
two of
pretty.
these. And then two of these diamond things.
I remember that block. That was not fun to make.
I never figured out how to put all these together, so that's why I haven't done it. Here's courthouse steps. I got two of those, but different colors, obviously. And then I
And I
don't
sewed
remember
it
what
on
you
wrong.
called these Mount Magic Mountains or Majesty Mountains or something. I don't even remember, but
I
I have a
don't even
purple
remember that
version
block.
and a yellow version. Yeah, we sewed little strip sets and then cut them and turned
Oh,
them.
that's right. That's right. Forgot what I called
Then
it.
I don't know what you called this one either, but it's like log cabiny-ness.
Hmm.
Two of those. They're both funky. Here was the Bargello block.
Oh, that came out interesting.
Yeah. So I did two of those and sunflower type fabrics. And then I don't remember what this is called, but we did that. I did children's print. So I got a zebra, little tiny zebras. And then the X block. Well, mine came out an X because the other one came out looking like this because we made a block and then you put them together, however,
Yep.
and that's how I put mine together.
That was a three dudes block.
Yeah, that's the word for it. And then two big, huge blocks like this and a pink version. The rest of these blocks are all huge. I don't remember what we were, spools. That's what it was. Spools block.
Bulls.
That
Yep.
was something. Then I did funky spools that were pieced. Then, oh, the nine patch with inside a nine patch.
Oh, the double nine patch.
Yep, the double nine patch. I
Hmm.
did two of those. What is this supposed to be? I have no idea what this is supposed to be, but whatever it is, that's what it is. It almost looks like the
Checkerboard.
quilt I just did because I just did a quilt video that kind of has a center that almost looks like that. And two, I don't know what those are, but I
Bow
pressed all the
tie.
seams open. Is that bow tie? It looks like a star of some sort. I don't know, whatever it is, I pressed all the seams open on it, which I don't normally do. The figure eight one,
The figure eight. Yeah, I remember that.
or infinity, or whatever it's supposed to be. Then I got some hearts. I got love for, cupcakes. And then pink heart.
Oh, that's
Some
right, because
X's.
that's the video that came out on Valentine's Day.
Yep. Some stars. Some
That was the
shoe
Tiffy star.
fly.
The shoe fly. Was that the video I think that was the video
The
I danced in.
You probably did. The churn dash.
Turn dash.
The log cabin.
Oh, when I couldn't. Yeah.
The clamshell, which I did mine because I didn't have a ruler for that. Remember, I didn't have
Yep.
a template or anything, and I just did it, and it came out just fine ish. What is this one called? The geese flock or something. What was the name of this flock?
Flock of geese, I think.
Yeah, flock of geese, where they all go
Or flock.
in the.
That came out from the farmer's wife quilt.
Yeah, here's a better visual. Yeah. Then I had these stars, the Ohio star. Notice I know all my blocks mostly. Then a spinning thing. There's a word for it.
Friendship star. Wait, is that a friendship star? Looks like it.
No, this one's the Dutchman's puzzle.
Oh. Oh.
But it looks like a friendship star, but it's pieced
Yeah.
together like a Dutchman's puzzle. And then these were just random. I don't remember what it was.
End of day. Another block from the farmer's wife quilt.
The chevron.
Chevron. Charlie Brown.
And then we got what was this block called? One of the couple of these blocks I even gave you the idea to do. This was one of them, I think.
Yeah, I named one after you.
Yeah, because it came out all funky.
That's water wheel.
And then maple leaf.
Maple leaf. Yep.
And then what is this one? I don't remember. Oh, it was disappearing four patch or something like that. I made
When
it
I started
disappear.
doing the
Put it
disappearing
together.
blocks. Yeah.
Yeah. And then here, no, this one's the disappearing four patch. That one was the disappearing hourglass. This one's the four patch. Then we just did a 16 patch.
That was
This was a fun
checkerboard.
little series. Here's the bow ties.
Oh, ooh, interesting.
Yeah, mine are pretty. They make no sense, but they're pretty. Some double pinwheels.
Mm-hmm. That was a tough one to figure out.
This one was the string and the cut the string, make a string block and then cut it up.
Oh, you did yours
Mine,
differently.
yeah, mine look not right. Here's the other one. Mine look like weird. Let's see. We got some stars,
Sawtooth
sawtooth
star.
stars
Yeah.
with a four patch. Double. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Pinwheel.
Windmill. I think that's what I called it.
Here was the we were supposed to have. I don't remember if we were supposed to have the minis in the middle, but I put minis in the middle of mine.
Hmm.
So it's little tiny whatever blocks. And then here was more string. I don't remember what block number this was.
Oh, that's the Tiffy star. Because you
Yeah,
gave me
that
the
one.
idea for
Yep,
that.
that was the one from me. Yep. And then we have bear paws.
Well, that's an interesting fabric.
Well, it was all scrapped. Come on now.
Well, yeah.
And what is this called? Rail fence.
Rail fence. Very patriotic.
But I also did one in purple and blue.
Huh.
And then I don't know if that's a triple pinwheel. Is that considered a triple pinwheel? It's a windmill, but And then lastly, I don't know what these are supposed to. Oh, friendship star something or other.
That was block number 4.
Either way,
Yeah.
there's a lot of blocks here. This was a
I
lot of
can't
work, and
believe
I've
I did all
never put
52
it
of them.
together. I can't believe neither of us have put ours together. I remember people posting theirs done, and I'm like, "Ay, maybe I should do mine, get them done." But no, I never did.
Well, neither did I, so don't feel bad.
Nope.
Okay, I need.
If they were all the right size, these are kind of big for the butterfly quilt, but if they were all the size of the butterfly quilt, some of these blocks would be perfect for it. But my goal originally was to make two quilts out of this. I was going to add more scraps and piece it all together. Just haven't done it yet because, there are these projects that we call UFOs,
Mm-hmm.
and this is one of those.
The UFOs.
Yeah.
That just
I
sounds
mean,
like a
they're
bad
cool
word.
blocks. I had fun doing this. I had fun watching your videos because some of them you were like super duper silly in. So if you guys haven't seen those videos, you need to go watch our, videos for the 5252
Yeah.
because this
And
was
Jim just
fun.
put the link to the series. So thank you, Jim.
Yes, thank you, Jim. Or else I would have done it.
I was kind of considering doing something like that again, but I'm like, yeah, a
I
video a
just had
week
another
is
I
kind
just had
of a
another
lot.
spinny head thing. You want to hear my spinny thing?
Go for
Okay.
it.
What if because there's little blocks, butterfly blocks. If you made little butterfly blocks the size of the blocks that are in this butterfly quilt, and then put all those butterfly blocks together into a big butterfly.
Mm.
I like that idea. I think I'm going to find myself a little butterfly block pattern and then make, changes to make it whatever size, or just make it my own and make a double butterfly quilt. That would be awesome.
Cindy is saying
Will
do
I
a
ever do
race
it?
putting the blocks together. I'm like, yeah, you would win. Drop hands down.
Yeah. This was
That
a lot
wouldn't
of
be a
work
race. That would be more like a drive-by.
for you. Yeah. You'd be the slowed one.
Uh-huh.
I'd be shooting you. I don't know how I'm going to get this back into this bag. I'm trying to stack these all nicely, but Feels like I'm making just a big disaster. Maybe I have to go this way. All right. How far are you now?
I am, let's see, done with almost done with teeter totter. And we started late, so but we can actually end pretty soon because it's almost 7.
Well, I wasted time here by showing all these because,
Wow.
I mean, okay, let's see if I get these back into the bag though. I should have paid attention to how I pulled them out. I did not do that. Okay, we fit. Oh, yay. I'll fold it differently, probably.
I'm curious, did anybody else finish their, if they were doing the 52 series, if anybody finished their quilt?
All right.
I know a lot of people were kind of wondering how to put it all together because the blocks are all different sizes.
Yeah, you should have done a video about it.
Well,
Okay, I think I got that. Close. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave that out. Maybe that'll inspire me to chop it up or to chop up fabric to make it go together.
Kim, yes, I am doing another video. Just haven't had I was actually working on it before we went on live. Um, and fortunately I got it all filmed. I just have to edit the video. And that was the video that I had to reshoot because it got all the footage got deleted, so I had to remake the blocks. But um, you know, I am getting it done.
Carissa says, did she get a cookie for doing all the blocks? Cindy says she loves watching, but she's never made a true scrappy quilt. For some reason, she just can't do it. At first, when I started, everything was scrappy. I think that's what it is. If you start making a quilt and you bought a specific fabric line to make it or a kit or something,
Hmm.
I think from the beginning, if you start doing it that way, you get used to it. So if you start scrap quilting from the beginning, you can make anything, and then you can make patterns and all sorts of stuff in scrappy colors, but you could, all the scrappy quilting. Because I do a lot of scrappy quilting, but when it comes to not scrappy stuff, I'm a little more hesitant on choosing things for it because I'm not sure it's going to look good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was actually the complete opposite, where I started being just one or two color quilter, and then I
So
turned
you were
scrappy.
doing stuff that matched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Color,
had
what is
a
it called? Like fabric line matchy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, well, even fabric lines, I couldn't bear to do like more than 3 colors, so to speak. So,
Mm.
but something I kind of forced myself to just accept a lot of different colors coming together. And then I've learned to like it. And now, I mean, you evolve as a quilter and as a
Oh
creator.
yeah,
So,
we all do.
yeah.
Linda asked if I need to have, do I, you need to have something to work on until your long arm is fixed. I will have whatever I do tomorrow to work on. My long arm should hopefully get fixed Tuesday. Hopefully. Fingers crossed on both hands. Let's just say it sounds bad. The machine. It literally sounds like where the bobbin case snaps in, the catcher with the hook,
Hmm.
spins, that pulls the thread up and so on and so forth. It's grinding.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, so it's knocking the bobbins off constantly. And it's also knocking it so bad that the bobbin itself isn't sitting flush anymore. It keeps popping the springs out of the bobbin case itself. It's very weird how it's doing it. It's messed up. Don't know how, don't know why. I was able to finish at least the client quote and get it done, but it's not perfect. And I, gave her a discount and everything because I can't control that,
Yeah.
My machine does what it wants when it wants, but I take better care of that long arm cleaning wise and oiling and all that stuff than I have ever with these Jukies. And I think I've needed more work on the long arms than I've had on my Jukies. You know what I mean? Like it's so weird, and I take proper care of it too.
Well, long arms are, I mean, they're finicky machines.
Oh yeah, and they do get 10 times more stitches than any sit down,
Right.
because the quilting part requires more stitches than you use to piece it in the first place. I like doing that too when clients ask, "What was my stitch count?" And I'm like, 341,697 stitches. And they're like, wow. And on the small quilts, they'll say, be like, oh, 60,315. And they'll be like, really? In this little quilt? You asked for heavy quilting. It's funny.
Actually, there was an episode that I was watching with Angela when she was working on one of Tula's quilts, and then she looked at the stitch count. It was up to 500,000. And we're
Yep,
like,
I've done
holy
two quilts
cow.
now with over 500,000 stitches in them, and they were both queen and king size. The one that was the winner for the my Mariner's Compass Star,
Uh-huh.
that one I think has 600 and something thousand, 615 or 620,000 something stitches. And then my queen size, what is it called? My Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend quilt. That one is over 500. It's like 500 and something. It barely crossed over, but it still crossed over. But it has individual stitching. Each section has its own whatever in it. So I went heavy on it. But yeah, and then there's another one I did that's almost 500,000. There's a couple over the 400,000s. Like I've done a lot of quilts with over 400,000 quilting stitches.
I think the most I ever did was maybe 250 on a throw size,
That's a
but that
lot on a
was,
throw size. But
well, a
you are
lot.
like me. You like heavy stitching like I do.
Yeah.
I
But
think it like looks amazing. And it's really hard too because clients, I mean, if anybody's ever sent a quilt to me that's here, they know I struggle. I even ask them when before I even load the quilt, do you want heavy, medium, or light quilting? And most of them will say, do what you wish. So it always ends up more on the heavier side, even though it's just an edge to edge, a simple back and forth. It's still kind of denser than it would normally. I cannot light quilt. I tried light quilting a meander once because it just needed to be a little bit, the lady said. I couldn't do it. It got so much tighter as I went further down. And like, I just can't do this. I can never get it right. So I should just start asking, do you want medium or heavy, heavy, or heavy, heavy, heavy quilting?
okay, teeter totter done. I don't know why it's called teeter totter.
I know it's because the one side has one color and the other one, you know what I mean?
Mm,
Yeah.
well, where does this block even go?
It's in the green section or yellow. Mine's in the yellow section. Mine was made, so it's in the yellow section because I made mine true to color. Did you make yours true to color?
Kind of, sort of, but not really. Oh, I see it. Okay, it's next to the cross. Okay. All right,
All
guys.
right.
So it is past 7. We started late because of all the technical difficulties, but I do apologize that I know that my camera angle wasn't the greatest, but we did what we could. So I believe this will be the last live. Is that right?
Yeah. With me, you can do whatever until yours is done. So if
Yeah.
everyone wants to stay tuned to you, they can keep staying tuned. But for me, I'm outie. I finished.
Ah,
I'm
she's
done.
done. All right, guys. So thank you guys for joining us on this wild adventure. This will be the last time where you will see myself and Tiffany on this project. I will keep continuing on this channel putting this quilt together. Hopefully, we'll get it done this year. But you see
No,
the
you need to
pace that
just
I
keep
go.
going. Just keep doing it.
I'm
In your
just gonna keep
pace.
going.
Just keep going. Your late
Yep.
night lives and doing it on Saturdays when you have the time right now, because you know you do. We set it aside for this. You
Mm-hmm.
can keep going. You got this, dude.
You got this. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us here. And a special thanks to my quilting bestie, Miss Tiffany, for joining us. And we
Yes, no
shall see
problem.
you guys in the future. But until then, remember to get out there, remember to quilt something and make something. All right? Mwah. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.